Hey, what's up guys? Mike G, Fieldcraft Survival. On behalf of Black Rifle Coffee Company, today we're gonna talk about how to shoot with one hand. It's not as easy as just taking two hands and removing one, and then you're shooting with one. Some things change in the application of drawing your pistol and committing to one hand versus two, and that's super important. So when we talk about the application of adding another hand, you lose a little bit. I've tried this, I've experimented with it, I put it on the Pro Timer. If you introduce another hand, your support hand, you're gonna lose a couple tenths of a second. And in a gunfight, it could matter. I've seen a lot of videos where guys just default to one hand, and ideally you wanna have both hands on the pistol, but there are some circumstances where you might only be able to get one hand. Let me give you an example. If I was drawing this Simunitions pistol from my concealed carry appendix carry holster, which is our holster, Fieldcraft Survival's holster, if I drew this and I was going to move or break off the X, let's say I drew it this way and I'm driving it towards the target. If I rotate my hand this way, look at my upper body, it would drive my lower body in this direction. So if the speed is security, meaning the speed off the X is security, because the proximity to an immediate threat, like a bad guy's pointing a gun at me and I want every advantage possible, well, I might be breaking off this direction. So if I'm breaking off this direction and I'm one-handed, I'm not going to turn my body when speed is security, the direction of travel is this way, to apply another hand. I'm trying to get off the X because I'm being ambushed essentially. So there is a distinct advantage of applying one hand and then blading my body and then fighting. So let's talk about a few things. So one, my support hand, where do I put it? Now there's a whole bunch of debate like, hey, you should put it on your hip, you should put it on your chest. I prefer making a fist and getting it out of the way. I've seen guys like do this training and their hands flopping all over the place. Remember, when your hand is like fisted, yes, fisted, I think that's how you say it. When it's brought together with fingers together in a fist, and it's against your chest, when you do that, you're isolating that hand out of the way, but it's also giving your brain an understanding that that's what it feels like when my hand's on the gun, versus flapping in the wind, where you have no accountability, you kind of don't know what it's doing, and then your brain's like, hey, what's going on with that hand out there? I want to tie that extremity to my body, keep it nice and tight, break away, and then be prepared to move to the support hand side of the frame to upgrade my circumstance when I can. So if I'm breaking off the X, I'm like boom, 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 behind cover concealment, reorient myself, and then get back on target with a support hand. So another element to this, part two of this, is when you remove your support hand, bam, a lot of the way that you frame the gun, support the gun, comes from your support hand. So now that that's gone, we don't just hold it like that and just be okay with that. If I shot this live, not with Sims, but a little bit more gunpowder, a little bit more butt behind it, the gun would find a path of least resistance and muzzle flip and recoil. So the gun will want to come out of my hands this way because there's no resistance there. I just lost it all by taking that hand away. So what I want to do is I want to turn my wrist slightly sideways to get a little bit more V-notch behind it, which is surface area. And also I want to take my left thumb and plant it firmly against the frame, making up for all the real estate I lost. If you just hold it this way, the gun's going to kick up in this direction. But if I platform it, see this little groove that's cut here? If I platform it this way, I'm going to be able to hold and support this gun in position without the support hand, so the gun goes pop, pop, instead of pop and off to the side, right? There's more control this way. The objective is to control the pistol in my hand so when the gun muzzle flips, which is going to happen anyway, it lands in the same spot. And there's not this big lull of it going boom, settle, boom, settle, because that increases or reduces my split time to be able to pop it on target. And I don't want this big lull in between because it's taking forever for the gun to settle. So nice firm grip, like solid grip, thumb flat against this, and then trigger finger and wrist rotated this way So I won't get as deep in the trigger guard as I normally do, but I'll be able to run the gun, extend it. I also want to extend my elbow all the way out. If I shot like this, the gun would, again, seek the path of least resistance. I don't have this here to be able to buffer this, so I lose that. I need to stiffen this out and extend it, okay? So I'm gonna show you what that looks like on the other side so I could demonstrate under fire with simunitions how it works. So here we go. So as I'm here, I'll just show you what it looks like when I'm drawing the pistol and I'm just shooting with both hands and muzzle flip and recoil. So you could see in the gun how it takes a path of least resistance. If I shoot like that, then I remove this hand and then shoot, the gun goes off into the left. Well, if I take it and grab firmly with the thumb, extend the hand, and then stiffen my wrist and my arm, then it doesn't do anything. It doesn't move. So if I'm going to practice this, let's just practice in slow-mo for the sake of building the good habits. I'm gonna draw, make a fist in line with my chest, extend with the proper grip with the thumb already there, extend the pistol, and then break the shot on target. All right, and then if I want to introduce movement, because I'm blading my body, getting behind the gun, and then setting the position, it goes like this. I hope that makes a lot of sense, guys. We always default to the easy, the comfortable, the routine. But a lot of this, we need to work the secondary muscle groups that are going to benefit us, especially under stress. The first time that you shoot one-handed because that's all you got in a gunfight shouldn't be the first time in real life. You should practice this routinely. Always have a plan to practice strong hand and then weak hand through your range session because it will make you better. Guys, I appreciate you. Fieldcraftsurvival.com. Big shout out to Black Rifle Coffee. Till next time, stay alert, stay alive.